Oh, Wayfarer! Care to join an old pirate's crew for a quick voyage? I'm off to explore Graven Deep. It's a mysterious patch of the Abyssian Sea that no ship ever returns from. Jump aboard if you wish to help find out why. Ah, good. You have enough wisdom to ask about your captain. Some hear of adventure and climb aboard without question. Often they cause greater and greater trouble. The name's Julef. No need for formalities such as a captain's title. Some might say I used to be, but in my heart, I never ceased. I once cut through the waves of the Abyssian with vigor. However, some days back, I put that aside and joined the Mages Guild. The chance to sail into danger once more makes me quite joyful. Why sail into danger no one returns from? For the fun, of course. More so, I'm tracing the path of a legend from history, the Druid King. As he traveled to the Sisters Archipelago, he went through Graven Deep. I'd like to know what happened there. Out in the Abyssian lies a spot shrouded in mystery. Old pirates love to scare themselves by swapping tales about it. Any ships that enter those waters, they never come out. Some think a giant whale swallows them. Others say it's a pit to oblivion. I heard that story many and many times in my youth. I've no idea the truth of it, but I always deemed it wise to take the warning. One way or another, I suppose I'll find out. Pull yourself together, mate. We've exploring to do. Such luck. We've shipwrecked on an uncharted island. We might never be found. No time to bask in fortune's blessing. That storm that hit us, did you see how it sprung from this island? I may have crashed onto the answer I seek. I'm helping a friend research the ancient Druid King's voyage from High Rock to the Sisters. His ship's log begins midway across the Abyssian Sea, right where we now stand. We must learn why the book starts here, and how that storm rose to greet us. Mate, you mean how will we learn that? Landing on this island bound our fates. We'll scour this island for clues. Whatever raised that storm must be obvious. Keep whatever else you find as payment. Once satisfied, we can leave on this raft I made. Praise Tava's breath. She had one more adventure to offer me. So, see the cliffs at the island center? We'll split up to survey them. You take north, I'll head east. Keep watch for anything that could summon that storm. Or anything druidy. My friend, Druid Laurel, enjoys digging up ancient histories. These days, she's fascinated by someone called Druid King Kasserine. Long ago, he led his people to the Sisters Islands. Laurel gave me a logbook from his trip, but it's incomplete. Where the Druid King launched from when he led the Druids out of High Rock. She's tracing his path from Tamriel to Ifilon, but hit a wall. If I can find anything to advance her research, she'd appreciate it. I admit, I don't know much about this. A fair question. Before the Mages Guild, I sailed all across the Abyssian Sea. I dare claim that no one knows these waters like I do. Laurel wanted to trace the Druid King's voyage, and fortunately, this old pirate owed her a favor. Looks like you and I have found what's inside the infamous Graven Deep. Can't say that this small island lives up to the legend. The speed of that storm that hit us, though, that surely does. I'd wager we'll learn more once we climb those cliffs. Perhaps not so much a legend as a warning. Graven Deep is a blank spot on every pirate's map of the Abyssian. Don't dare enter it, they'll tell you, or you'll vanish from the sea, like the morning fog burned away by the sun. Perhaps, in a way. I've heard the warning of Graven Deep told by many and many since childhood. It became its own truth over time. And if I tried convincing a crew to come here, they'd keelhaul me in an instant. My friend Druid Laurel enjoys digging up ancient histories. No wonder Tava's winds brought us together. Over the years, I've come to rely on Laurel's judgment of character. If she trusted your help, so can I. Tell me, what did you think of the Enclave? When I visited it, I found it quite serene. What? The Enclave is gone? Those fire-song dogs and sons of dogs! Please tell me. Laurel, how is she? Did they hurt her? Good, good. I haven't spoken to Laurel in some time. My preparations for this trip kept me too busy. Thank you for telling me. It seems I already owe you a debt. Now that I know she's safe, I can focus on the task at hand. Don't be surprised when I say this isn't my first shipwreck. A long while back, I washed up near Druid Laurel's home on Galen. She found me, full of seawater and mostly dead. Laurel didn't care that I was a stranger. She worked fast to save my life. I prayed for Tuwaka's mercy as darkness crawled over my eyes. But then, it felt like my chest might explode. That brilliant girl cast a spell that forced air right into my lungs. I couldn't stop thanking her as I coughed and spit up briny water. She called to others from her circle, and they carried me to their home. Over several weeks, the druids nurtured me back to health. Laurel and her people changed my life. I quit being a pirate, began studying magic, and joined the Mages Guild. Where the Druid King launched from when he led the Druids out of High Rock. She's tracing his path from Tamriel to Ifilon, but... a fair question. Before the Mages Guild, I sailed all across the Abyssian Sea. I dare claim that no one knows these waters like I do. Laurel wanted to trace the Druid King's voyage, and fortunately, this old pirate owed her a favor. Looks like you and I have found what's inside the infamous Graven Deep. Can't say that this small island lives up to the legend. The speed of that storm that hit us, though, that surely does. I'd wager we'll learn more once we climb those cliffs. It crashed upon us with a hunger, didn't it? I can't say it was the roughest storm I've endured, but it was most certainly the fastest. Look around, though. The beach debris didn't only come from us. This has happened many times before. Ha! The sea would wash this island away before I could tell you my whole story. These days, I'm a member of the Mages Guild. Before that, most would call me a pirate. And I can't deny that it fairly describes my work back then. Like most Redguard, I grew up skeptical of magic. But about 10 years back, I had a close brush with death. In that moment, I realized I wasn't yet ready for Tuwaka's journey. I prayed for more time, and it was magic that brought me back to life. My friend Druid Laurel found me on the beach. She used her magic to heal me. I didn't fail to heed Tuwaka's lesson. Once my strength returned, I sought out the Mages Guild. Oh, when one's a pirate, I don't think they ever fully give it up. The seawater stays in your blood. By the time I began studying magic, I'd done everything a pirate could possibly do. Stormed ships, fought sea monsters, and looted treasure galore. Let's see who reaches the cliff top first.
Come on then, you clacking beasts!
Oh, wayfarer! Still alive? I've almost reached the top.
Look at the jaws on you, creature! By my father's head! Dwarven construction! I'll join you presently, after I handle some Hadalid bullies.
Old secrets left behind. Play with them if you wish. A roasted soul will taste delicious. Perhaps this one's beyond you. How will you deal with this? I can't repair that part. Defend yourself, construct! Impressive. But other secrets await. How long until one cuts you down?
My magic will destroy you.
I can feel salt in my veins once more. Let's open that hatch. After many years in the Mages Guild, I worried the thrill of fighting was behind me. But, oh friend, it certainly was not. I feel 20 years old again. I hear my blood pumping like the roar of waves. Feels fantastic. We didn't fight these crusty brutes for nothing. Next, we go into that hatch, search around for the storm's explanation, and hopefully find some information for Laurel. Mate, I believe our fun together has only begun. More and more curious. Swampier than I expected. Look here on the desk. Scattered papers. Strange. Not Dwarven. Scout ahead if you will. I'll catch up. Old logbooks, manifests, documents, all scattered here. I can read them, so not Dwarven. Many seem Breton, several High Elf, but most are soaked and illegible. I'd wager that others who crashed here left these. But what happened to them? Aye, dwarves without a doubt. I'm no expert, but their buildings have a signature look. And like everything Dwarven, This place seems abandoned. But why in the middle of the sea? What were they hiding here? The questions are many and much. Not too much. I know they existed long before us, then vanished. But every child in Tamriel hears that story. Surely you've seen their remnants scattered all over the land. Perhaps when I return home, I can read more about them. On the sea, I rarely had use for dwarves, other than raiding a ship or two for, well, acquiring their artifacts from other traders. When I began studying magic, I focused more on defensive spells. Ancient research never appealed to me. I'd like to sift through these documents. Maybe some lost sailor found the secret to Graven Deep. And who knows? Perhaps information about the Druid King will float to the surface. A long bet, I know. But I feel in my bones that something's here. See if you can find any more documents, or any survivors. Scout ahead for possible danger as well. Those Hatterlids could have set up homes in here, too. I've heard stories of dwarven traps in places like this. Careful not to lose a limb.
Drawn to these secrets, like a fish enticed by bait. The delicious scent of burnt mortal. Please, keep amusing me. Hurry, mortal! An unforgiving punishment. Very entertaining. This machine shall give you no rest.
I'm not sure if I...
Yes. What savagery in your rich souls. The little fish avoids the hook. For now.
I found something! A map that shows the way to the station's core. Ah, soggy bullocks. The door we want is blocked. Look here. The wall's breached. Let's see where it goes. Flooding wore away this tunnel. The sea always wins. I think I hear the station again. Excellent, another breach. We're back in. Go have fun with that behemoth, while I regain our bearings. I truly have fortune's favor today. Someone drew this map, then left it behind for us to find. It traces a path to the station's central core. Perhaps there we'll learn how the storm rose from the island. Once I get our bearings, we can move on.
Fine work. It looked fun. Now, we go north. Deeper down we go. Get on the platform. Pull the lever when you're ready. Been a great while since I took a splash like that. Tava, bless me. Look at the sea floor. I joined my first pirate crew at such a young age that I can't remember anything before it. I spent most of my life on the water. I never saw it this way, though. I thought I knew the sea, but it holds more beauty than I ever imagined. When you sail the waters as long as I have, you see the wildest things. Creatures longer than ships slithering under the waves, a man entirely made of coral, fish that fly through the air. Using magic to summon storms is a basic application. If the pipes draw magicka in and funnel it downward, they must feed into something. Knowing the dwarves, it's likely a huge machine of some kind. The Mages Guild library contains many tales of that sort of thing. I suppose we'll know soon enough. Incredible. It's all so vibrant. How could I have known? Go on ahead, mate. I'll join you presently.
Get your hands off my treasure! Get a load of this. Too many souls
Please,
lost.
make him stop. My wife's at home.
You're swimming into danger once again, little fish. A good try, but fun to watch you scissor. I should send one of my brainless ghouls to solve this for you. Suggest a more cautious step. Does that hurt? I no longer remember pain. Unwise. The constructs react poorly when you remove their energy supply.
I'm gonna show off a little.
Untold centuries, I've watched lesser creatures die from those devices. What a clever little fish.
We shouldn't be here.
Just like a fish, to swim into my jaws.
Hey, stop. It's endless. Make it stop.
Let's get to the station center. Central core is right behind... blocked again. Come with me. I recently made a new spell. It's just for fun, but it could work here. Go through this portal, then walk to the central room. Don't concern yourself about air.
I should have taken charge. What a disaster.
I'll hold the portal, but this is unstable magic I'm wielding. Once outside, hurry to the central core. I'll follow along once you make it to the other side. Look for another portal like this one.
Little fish, you have arrived at last. Kind of you to swim right into my open jaws. My sight will pierce your fragile soul. No sun can reach you in the deep.
You're dangerous, huh? I've been waiting to try this out.
Your last breath.
What a fight. I'd say we found the undead source. Look, a body. Holding a logbook. My Tava's wings. This is it! Laurel will enjoy this. A member of the Druid King's crew wrote it. there's a description of a meeting between the Druid King and the Weird just before he left Glenumbra. They stopped to investigate this dwarven machine, but something turned... Seems the Lich you fought was a druid. It tried to kill the whole crew. But enough grim tales. Fortune truly smiled on us today, mate. I found what I needed, and you had an adventure. Here, take some treasure I found. You earned it. The logbook describes this island as a dwarven machine. They wanted to control the weather. That explains how it can create storms. I'll send more of the Mages Guild here to shut it down. This looks like the end of Graven Deep. Me? I won't dare assume anything about dwarven machinery. Without the map, I'd have no clue how to find this core, or that there's even a core to find. This logbook suggests the dwarves experimented with weather control here. Weather like huge storms. That's worth exploring. We saw many undead in this station's halls. Perhaps the Lich wrecked ships to build an army, or consume souls of sailors. The ways of such creatures are dark and awful. I'll ask a guild colleague to look into it for me. An interesting bunch. They live in the high rock forests, worshipping trees. I've met a few in my day, and I'm on good terms with the Beldama Weiris. I'm not sure the exact difference between weirds and druids, but don't tell Druid Laurel I said that. That's a question for Laurel. The logbook's author seems surprised that they met, but may the sea take me if I know why. She'll have to tell me the significance of such a meeting when I deliver the book to her. Way ahead of you, mate. You saw the raft I built on the beach? I promise you, it's sturdy. I've crafted many such transports over the years. Saved my life on more than one occasion, too. This portal will return us there. Then, we float back home.